Adam Pearce opened up the show confirming Seth Rollins did get surgery for his shoulder, so he's gonna be out for a long time. So yeah, unfortunately had to relinquish the title, which sucks because I actually enjoyed the whole Vision storyline. I just didn't like the fact that they were opening and closing every single Raw in the same ending. That's the only part I didn't like. The storyline and the character development between Braun and you okay? Braun and Seth and all that. I actually enjoyed it. I really did. But yeah, we got a tournament, not tournament. We got a battle royale at the end of the show. We're gonna get to in a minute. But Adam Pearce was like, "Okay, give me the title back," and Braun was like, "Or what? Or what you gonna do about it?" And Pearce said, "All right, I got something for you." Later on in the show, he said, "All right, you want me to say please and beg? Bet you're out of the battle royal." And I'm like, you gotta respect it. I like a petty king. That's my guy. But then he leaves, yada, yada, yada. Paul Heyman gets the mic. He starts talking his talk. He's like, you know what? Seth, you I don't know why you hit us. We not the bad guys in the situation. Okay? Because at the end of the day, Steph's still a bum. Like, he's a bum. He's all he didn't say bum. He said a lot more than bum, but PG, you feel me? And I'm like, yo, you got to respect it. I'm loving to see where this whole Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman thing is gonna go. Looks like Bronson Reed's gonna be like a little bit of a second fiddle, a little bit, which I have no problem with. It's just the main focus is going to be Braun and Paul Heyman and how they react to each other. They get kind of you did see it a little bit towards the end of the show in the backstage segment where he was mentioning Brock Lesnar and what he did, and with Roman Reigns, he's like, okay, gotta give me time, let me cook. Paul Braun was kind of like, I don't know, but you know what? I'm gonna let it rock for a little bit. So I am interested to see where that goes. Good opening segment. We'll talk about the Battle Royale in a minute. And then we had the tag match for the first time since June. The Raw tag titles were defended. And like we all expected, you and I and everyone else expected, the match was a banger. Team AJ Lee won the tag championships, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this will actually lead to something this time. We said this last time. They defended it like a week later in against the LWO and the Creed brothers. I think that's what they call it, Creed brothers. In a triple threat tag match, but then they never did it again. So hopefully this time you'll do something, especially considering it's AJ Styles' retirement tour now, because he's retiring in 2026. So hopefully they treat it right. Hopefully. Speaking of treating right, this IC title, right? Dom and Rusev had a match. Penta came out. He got packed up by Rusev. he got his get back though. Don't get it twisted. Penta got his get back. But Dom once again retained his IC title. Looks like we're getting some sort of a triple threat. That's the next main event. Dom, Rusev, Penta. Dom is probably gonna come out with the win. Let's be real, but I would not be opposed to either the other two getting one either. Speaking of something that was pretty obvious, it was obvious that Maxine was not getting that win. She was not beating Becky Lynch. But it was nice to see her out there. She's definitely improved over the last couple years, couple months. You gotta respect when someone puts in the work. And then after that, after the DQ, she gets DQ. She beat up. She didn't lose, technically speaking. She got DQ'd. So I guess we kind of keeping her strong in a sense, but it is what it is. Then Becky Lynch came at backstage, confronted Paul Heyman. Is like, you know what? Seth knew you were going to turn on this entire time. I call cat, but sure, I let it rock, right? And then he's like, you know what? He's not gonna hurt you. No. Whoever you're working with, whoever you're associated with, you're gonna pack them up, and you're gonna figure out how he feels. Which, on timing. I expected them to acknowledge Becky Lynch, and he did. Gotta respect it. And then we had the Roxanne Perez versus Stephanie McHare one-on-one match. Good match. I enjoyed it. I definitely need to see this feud again. Looks like we're getting some sort of tag match between the Judgment Day and Stephanie McHare and Nikki Bella, because she came out after the win. The Judgment Day started packing up Stephanie. Nikki comes out. I mean, the typical run-in. Look again, like I said, tag match, Saturday's main event, looking like to be a pretty solid card overall. And then the main event, Battle Royale. You gotta talk about it. The entire match, Jimmy was helping Jay several times, saved him. And you know how Jay repays him? By eliminating both him and LA Knight at the same time. And if you saw in the background when CM Punk and Jey Uso was in a ring, Jimmy, he might cost Jay. I think he's kind of over it. I think Jimmy's kind of over it. Maybe Jey Uso really is more like Roman than Jimmy right now. Who knows? We'll see if Jimmy will actually turn. Maybe he might accidentally cost him, and that leads to something down the road. But I think the result was pretty obvious that either Jey Uso or LA Knight was going to win, especially since they got rid of the bronze from the situation. If they kept the bronze in there, fine, it'd be, up for interpretation who wins. But once they eliminated them, it was pretty obvious it was going to be one of those two. Like, the storyline makes more sense with those two. CM Punk has been feuding with the both of them for months now, so it's not anything surprising. So it was pretty obvious. But overall, I enjoyed Raw. Raw was pretty good this week. Any comments? No, not yet. Nothing. No comments. All right. Well, I enjoyed it. Did you? Let me know in the comments. Drink water. Bye.